Hello and welcome to this Come to Jesus Daily devotional and our summer inspiration series. And today we reflect on the wisdom contained in having a week that comprises of 6 days of work and 1 day of rest. Let's read from Exodus 35 verses 1 to 3. Moses assembled the whole Israelite community and said to them, "These are the things the Lord has commanded you to do. For 6 days work is to be done, but the seventh day shall be your holy day, a day of Sabbath rest to the Lord. Whoever does any work on it is to be put to death. Do not light a fire in any of your dwellings on the Sabbath day." Here, Moses reminds the people of God's Sabbath command. Prior to all the work that's going to need to be done, just following on from this, they're going to be told to build the tabernacle. Prior to all this hard work, God reminds them to rest. Our busyness should come out of a place of rest. This, the fourth of the 10 Commandments, is modelled on the account of how God created the world in 6 days and was followed by rest. We read in Genesis chapter 2, verses 1 to 3, "Thus the heavens and the earth were completed in all their vast array. By the seventh day, God had finished the work he had been doing. So on the seventh day, he rested from all his work. Then God blessed the seventh day, made it holy, because on it he rested from all the work of creating that he had done." The word Sabbath derives from the Hebrew Shabbat, which means to cease, to end, to rest. Today we simply want to see that we are designed to work and rest. However, most of us find it hard to get a healthy balance of work and rest. Faced with the amount of things that are on our to-do list, our response can vary between two extremes. We're tempted to give up, feeling overwhelmed and burnt out. Alternatively, we can seek to just work harder, to become workaholics in order to deal with the pressure. God put rest into his law so that people would not forget that they should set apart a day of rest for God, and this was so important that the penalty of disobeying this pattern was death. Rest is vital for our spiritual, emotional, and physical health. In his recent and highly popular book, The Ruthless Elimination of Hurry, John Mark Comer writes, quote, "God built a rhythm into the DNA of creation, a tempo, a syncopated beat. God worked for 6, rested for 1. When we fight this work 6 days, Sabbath 1 day rhythm, we go against the grain of the universe. And to quote the philosopher H.H. Farmer, if you go against the grain of the universe, you get splinters." It's been proven by study after study that there is zero correlation between hurry and productivity. In fact, once you work a certain number of hours in a week, your productivity plummets. Want to know what that number is? 50 hours. Ironic. That's about a 6-day work week, end quote. Whilst wanting to avoid the rigid and legalistic approaches that often attend to those who seek to keep a Sabbath day, I do believe that we are to, if we can, have a day that's set apart from our usual work and set apart for recreation, in the right sense of the word, recreation, and worship. Worship is at the heart of recreation. I put this in the category of wisdom rather than a command from God. I put it this way because it's very interesting to note that we don't see any teaching in the New Testament about having a day of rest. No epistle urges us, for our well-being, to take a day off. However, I believe that it's God's will that we seek to have such a day and seek to establish such a day with the influence that we have, because we are always in danger of being enslaved to our work. How is your work and rest? Are you in balance in your work and rest? How do you need to respond today? God bless you.